Hello everyone, and welcome to my Young and Restless official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Phyllis is obviously feeling the effects of Alan Laurent, also known as Martin Laurent, and his deceptive tactics. How far will she fall? Martin used Sharon and Phyllis in a twisted psychological experiment. By keeping Phyllis and Sharon Newman in an abandoned mental institution, Martin forced them to undergo his own perverted form of therapy, but Phyllis has obviously suffered as a result. Although Phyllis and Sharon's relationship has mended, Phyllis is facing more serious personal difficulties. Summer Newman is worried about Phyllis's erratic behavior, according to YNR fans, and Billy Abbott has also noted that Phyllis is not acting like herself. Billy will take over to help Phyllis conceal her problems from Summer and Daniel Romalotti Jr. throughout the week of March 24th to 28th. Billy will aid Phyllis, but does she need more assistance than he can offer? Would Phyllis's trauma be so severe that she would require inpatient mental health treatment? If Phyllis's trauma doesn't go away, she might end up in Fairview or another mental health facility. At the very least, she might be admitted to Memorial's psychiatric ward in the event of a mental collapse, where she could get the professional treatment she needs to recover. Sharon may even be able to convince Phyllis that making such a big change is necessary for her health. This could cement the newfound understanding that Phyllis and Sharon developed when they were prisoners and deepen their friendship even more. In the past, Billy helped Chelsea Lawson through her mental health issues, and now he is willing to help Phyllis as well. Billy literally saved Chelsea's life, and he would do the same for Phyllis. Viewers will recall that Billy practically rescued Chelsea's life by pulling her back from plunging off a roof and into impending death. Given his ability to recognize the warning signs of a friend in peril, he would do the same for Phyllis if he witnessed her in distress. As she works to become the person she used to be, Phyllis will need the help of her loved ones. Billy will probably share his hopeful predictions that Phyllis will overcome this obstacle, but doing so will require a lot of work and perhaps some expert help. According to future spoilers, Phyllis is going through some difficult times, so we'll keep you updated on any developments pertaining to her mental health. Devon spoke with Daniel in private in the Chancellor Winters executive suite. Devon expressed his gratitude for Daniel's admission that he had deceived Lily, even if he would never be pleased with the way Daniel had treated her. "You don't have to give me credit for that," Daniel said. "How could I keep the truth from Lily, you know? She is important to me. I always have. I always will. I don't want to lie to her and worsen the situation." Devon told Daniel that it would be his responsibility, not Lily's, if he changed his mind or later felt that he had erred. Recalling that he had loved and respected Lily for the majority of his life, Daniel clarified that he had seized the opportunity to re-establish a relationship with his family and did not expect to change his mind or feel remorse for his choice. Devon responded, "I don't want the thought to even enter your mind that Lily should give you a second chance." To lessen Lily's emotional suffering, Devon advised Daniel to avoid interacting with her. Daniel reminded Devon that since Omega Sphere was a part of Chancellor Winters, he and Lily shared a building where they both lived and worked. Devon acknowledged that he had considered severing his connections with Daniel and Omega Sphere. Daniel hinted that Lily might have the last word on whether a personal matter could force a poor business choice. Devon said that in order to keep Lily safe, he and Lily might maintain the division and replace Daniel. Devon told Daniel that before he made a choice, he would consult Lily. It was at Crimson Lights that Lily met Heather. Lily was greeted home by Heather, who expressed her happiness that Maddie was feeling better. Lily answered, "Heather, you stated that already. Do you recall? I interrupted your cozy family time when I went to Daniel's flat." There was nothing more to say, Lily remembered, for Heather had received what she had wanted after she had left town. Heather insisted that what had transpired had not been planned and that she had never intended to harm Lily. "I was not a consideration to you," Lily retorted. "I am aware that before I even left, your feelings for Daniel returned. You desired his return." Heather stated that they had not had a continuing affair and that what had transpired between her and Daniel had taken them both by surprise. Lily stated that she held Daniel accountable for his decisions and that it was important that he and Heather had at least one sexual encounter. Lily went on to say that everything had changed after Heather told Lucy and Devon about her wonderful news. Heather remembered that she had experienced heartbreak on a few occasions. Lily retorted, "You two have betrayed each other twice. Daniel and I have a long history together, don't we?" Lily sobbed because she thought their friendship would endure forever, even though her sexual relationship with Daniel had not. Lily remembered that she had been the first to greet Heather when she returned to town and had immediately recruited her at Chancellor Winter's. After Heather had decided to get back in touch with Daniel, Lily told her to avoid Lily, not apologize, and not ask for forgiveness. Heather wanted to know if Lily was going to fire her. "I haven't decided yet," Lily said. Lily bumped into Daniel on her way out. Daniel met Lily and inquired about her well-being. Lily responded mockingly, "I'm great, thanks." Daniel saw a happy Heather standing in the patio doorway after Lily had hurried out. Heather informed Daniel, over coffee, that Lily felt romantically deceived. Lily also thought Daniel had betrayed their old friendship, Heather added. In the past, Daniel remembered, he and Lily had come out of breakups still friends. Daniel agreed that it would be Lily's responsibility to keep the friendship going after what had transpired. Daniel took full responsibility and assured Heather that she shouldn't be held accountable. After Lily welcomed her back to town and offered her a job, Heather acknowledged that she had not paid Lily back in full. Lily had been taken by surprise by Heather and Daniel, and Heather understood that she had every right to be wounded and angry. Heather cautioned that she and Daniel may not have fully experienced Lily's response. Daniel reassured Heather that they would deal with whatever came up. Daniel recommended that he, Lucy, and Heather concentrate on being a family and never run the risk of being split up again. Lily welcomed Devon as she walked into her Chancellor Winter's office. Lily talked about her bad experience at Crimson Lights with Heather. Lily sobbed, saying that it wasn't until she saw Heather's face that she realized how heartbroken she was. Devon counseled Lily to let go of her anger and not hold on to it about circumstances beyond her control. Devon was questioned by Lily why she should overlook it. Devon clarified that Lily's time was not worth it. In response, Lily said she would move on, like she always did. Lily sighed and exclaimed, "God, this hurts so much." Devon proposed that he and Lily close Omega's sphere and release Daniel. Lily acknowledged that she had considered instructing Heather to get her last payment and go, as well as the idea itself. Lily mentioned that Heather was an excellent lawyer and that Omega's sphere was profitable. Devon offered to accept any choice that would maintain Lily's happiness and focus. As Lily put it, "I think happy might be a stretch." Danny invited Christine to meet him at the athletic club, and she accepted. Christine said she felt like the luckiest woman alive after listening to Danny's phone message, which he had sung. Being with Christine made Danny feel like the luckiest person on the planet, he wrote. Christine said she had cleared her schedule to accompany Danny on the first leg of his tour, in response to his great invitation. Having teased Danny about the notoriously subpar lodgings typically found on music tours, Christine asked for and was given first-class travel arrangements. Christine suggested that Danny spend the morning in a hotel room instead of eating breakfast. Grinning, Danny hurried out of the book room. Christine messaged Nina to cancel their meeting after Danny left, saying that her friend would prefer to hear the specifics later. Christine put her phone down and looked over her shoulder to see Phyllis standing there. Phyllis remarked, "Dull bug. Alone. I'm really depressed. Did everyone stand you up, or did you intend to sit by yourself?" "I'm fine," Christine said. "I'm doing great." Christine was told by Phyllis that she was entitled to her loneliness and misery. Noting that a change of scenery would be helpful, Phyllis casually declared that she might go to at least one of Danny's performances, if not all of them. When Christine checked her phone, she saw that Danny had left a message informing her that he had made a reservation for room 427. When Christine was in error, she told Phyllis that she was indeed in error. Christine encouraged Phyllis to look after herself before leaving. Phyllis muttered out loud that she always looked after herself, but she was suddenly terrified of what Christine would do next. Danny had ignited dozens of glittering candles in apartment 427 when Christine came. "Mr. Romalotti, you seem to be attempting to woo me," Christine remarked. "Well," said Danny, "that's the plan." Before the pair started swaying to a romantic tune, Danny gave Christine a red rose and planted a kiss on her lips. Danny cautiously eased Christine's top down over her shoulders after unbuttoning it. Phyllis emerged in the corridor, put her ear to the door of Suite 427, and heard the beautiful music playing there. Phyllis squeezed her finger and pressed the fire alarm, desperate to break up the romance. Emergency lights flashed and alarms screamed as Phyllis fled. Victoria, Nikki, and Claire met at the Newman property to discuss their meeting with Jordan the day before. Victoria inquired as to whether her mother and daughter had been able to get any sleep. Claire remembered that in a dream she had lived her life as though she had been raised in the Newman household. Claire's dream sounds intriguing, Nikki said. Victoria expressed her sadness and anger at Jordan for depriving Claire of everything she had earned. Jordan was no longer able to accept anything from Claire, according to Victoria. Claire said that, aside from a few times when Jordan intruded and transformed the dream into a horror, the most of her dream was filled with lovely moments. Jordan hadn't been too busy haunting her own dreams to show up in Claire's, Nikki said, which surprised her. Jordan's reign of terror was finished, Victoria agreed. Nikki acknowledged that she had hoped that confronting Jordan would help her feel more at ease. Victoria remembered the shocking and unanticipated moment Jordan used the same toxin intended for Nikki and Victor to poison herself. Maybe it ought to have ended differently, Claire said. Thank God you're safe, okay, murmured Victor as he entered the room. You all. I would never have allowed you to go there by yourself if I had known what that woman was up to. Why hadn't Nikki gone to their bed? Victor asked. I slept in a guest room, Nikki explained. Victor informed Nikki that he had found the guest room door closed when he had attempted to unlock it and that Nikki was avoiding him. Victor was upset that Nikki, Victoria, and Claire had gone to the basement to confront Jordan without his being there to lead and shield them. Although she was aware that Larry, their security guard, had told Victor about what had happened, Nikki said that she had avoided Victor because she had needed time to collect herself. Victor chastised Nikki, Victoria, and Claire for dealing with a murderous madman, saying he would have liked it to have been a definitive conclusion. I wouldn't mind if Jordan had rotted in hell on the basement floor she came up with for him and Nikki to die on, Victor continued. Victoria observed that she had fallen into her own trap and that Jordan had consumed the poison on her own after the roles had been reversed. Claire commended Nikki for controlling Jordan. She couldn't have lowered herself to Jordan's level and let her perish in front of them, Nikki clarified. Why would you not have wanted that? Victor asked. Nikki clarified that if she hadn't called 911, she couldn't have survived on her own. Victor forewarned Victoria, Claire, and Nikki that Jordan would re-enter Memorial Hospital and harass everyone. Victor went outside to phone the hospital and ask how Jordan was feeling. Claire inquired as to whether Nikki felt bad about allowing Jordan to live. Nikki answered, definitely not. For her, death is too simple an escape. She must endure the rest of her life in prison. Claire remembered that Jordan had burned the prison to the ground the last time she was incarcerated, killing people in the process. Jordan would not let up until she achieved her goals, Claire cautioned. Nikki promised to take every necessary action to prevent Jordan from winning. Victor came back and told Nikki, Victoria, and Claire that Jordan was doing better and would shortly be moved to a maximum security facility. Nikki justified her behavior by saying that she, Victoria, and Claire would have been just as reprehensible as Jordan if they had let Jordan die on the ground.